Hey y'all, come on in and let's do some planning. I did a little office revamp, never mind that pile of Amazon packages in the corner, and let me show you my new tiny planners. Okay y'all, so I have my desk all set up. My new desk, much bigger than before. I can give y'all a full office tour sometime, although that's pretty boring. I'm showing you all that there is to show, pretty much. But let's talk about, first of all, the elephant in the room. Where's your hemlock and oaks? Y'all, my hemlock and oaks are so gorgeous, but they are so big. I would say they're A5 plus size, and for this season of my life, I was really missing my A6. If you go back far on my channel, A6 is the thing I have stuck to the most consistently, and it just allows me to fill in the days. I don't like to have tons of white space, and now that I'm not able to use stickers and washi and all that, filling that white space feels very daunting and time consuming, and I really want to have more time to actually crush my goals. So we are going to be using the Hobonichi Original 2026. And then this is a Liberty Fabrics cover that I got several years ago, which is my absolute favorite. I have a couple other covers too, like my squirrel one that y'all have already seen, and a couple Moterm covers. So that's another thing. It's like, if I'm not able to use stickers and washi, I really want to be able to switch my covers frequently right now. Sometimes it doesn't matter as much to me, and then other times it really does. So that's that. Let me find my fountain pens. Here we go. I don't know why I stuck those patches on there. It's just double-sided tape, which I really shouldn't be touching. But, also, for those of y'all who are frequent viewers, I am able to use these nails. Yay! They don't have any glue involved. They just have built-on tabs. They are the Kiss Impress, and they stay on for 2 weeks. So it's actually helpful because then I don't mess with my nails as they're growing and healing, and there is no like super glue type of stuff that I'm just gonna say sensitive to right now, since I don't have a full diagnosis about my allergies yet. Okay, back to the planner. So what we have here for my little stack is the Hobo Original. I already added the tabs, which are from this company called Diverse Bee. You can find them on Amazon. Absolutely worth the cost. $10 for one sheet, but they are so cute, durable. They have lots of colors. Second thing I'm going to be using, I was considering ordering a Hobo Weeks, but I have never stuck with the Weeks, y'all, and it feels very non-intuitive to my brain for some reason, that layout. So what I have here is an undated weekly horizontal traveler's notebook in the passport size. That's another struggle that I had with all the different A5s. I'm really at heart not a weekly planner, and I just feel like I need something smaller that's daily only. And so, yeah. Sorry, things keep catching my eye in my desk drawer that I want to use. Squirrel. Okay, so if I do happen to need a weekly, I can just use this real quick. I'm very unprecious about these because they cost like $8. So I'm going to put this in my cover. Oh, that feels so nice. I'm a very tactile and sensory type person, and this just feels so nice to me. That's another thing. It's like my little security blankie. I've got to be able to like, Okay. This pen, I'm pretty sure, was from Roboroku, and this patch was from Amazon. Okay, so as far as the weekly, I'm just gonna tuck it back here, I think. Let me see. It doesn't really seem like it's gonna affect me being able to write in the planner, so I think that's great. And then this one here is just a lined traveler's, And I'm going to be using this for just brain dumping and scratch list, and then my budget in the back where this tab is. And I'm going to put that on the outside, tuck it in right there. So you can see this is just like a really compact and I don't know. It's just, it feels like what I need right now. I can't, I guess, justify it any more than that. And I really don't feel the need to. When I feel like I need a bigger planner for a week, I have no problem pulling out my other ones and just using it for a week and then putting it away again. This is not a memory keeping thing where I'm gonna like show you this great flip at the end. I use what I need when I need it, and that's it. So let me show you what I did so far, and then let's get into some more setup. I like to have top tabs on my most used pages. So some of my most used pages are these perpetual calendars and the yearly overview. I have a color coding system. For those of you who are new to my channel, you can make your key up here or something, but I don't need a key because I've been doing this for years. As far as my colors, I use green for payday, pink for a holiday. So like, my friend's birthday was on the 1st, and then the 14th is Valentine's. And then I use blue for when my kid is out of school, not for summer, but when school is in session. I put blue for the non-school days. And then I use yellow for any out of town or PTO. I'm gonna have a couple weekends where that's gonna be happening. So I have my sister's wedding and little craft fest going on. This page I don't really utilize. Kind of wish it was something else, or that this was just bigger across 2 pages, but it's not a deal breaker for me. I guess I could rip that page out technically because it's February, but I'm not gonna. As y'all know, next is the monthly view. So how I'm gonna use these pages, I am gonna change it up this year. I am going to use these pages for habit tracking. And so my habits really don't change much from week to week. If you change your habits from week to week, depending on what you need to focus on more, I would recommend getting something like this. This is the Hemlock and Oak Weekly Tracker that you could just, it's a paper pad that you can just rip off, and then you could fill this out for the week and keep it in your planner as well. But for me, I don't really feel like my habits change much. And so I want to do something different with these pages. I used to use these more for future planning, but let me show you. In the back here, on this Words to Remember page, I'm going to use this for future planning. So Words to Remember is not going to be what we're doing. So I'm just going to, I do like that idea if you have a memories or something that you want to put back here, but I'm just going to use this as my future log. And so I'm going to start with this month. Let's use first of all, let's put some Tombow colors, some of my favorites. The gray makes me want to do it on the gray, but I don't really want to write the name of the month at the bottom, so I'm going to go this way. Okay, and I'm only going to have a couple colors. Let's see. This is a new color that I just got, so I really want to use that. Let's do a pink, and then let's do a blue. I really love this blue. Sorry for the squeaks. I'm not too concerned if the line isn't perfectly straight. Those are looking better. Okay. Now I don't want to go in the same color order again, because if I do, it'll start with green again. So let's mix it up this time. so that we have the same colors, but it's not like I don't want a line. That would be kind of cool if you did need that though. Pick 4 colors and then just do your thing. Okay, so on the next one, I think I'll have actually this color, the first month. And then green. And then I'm kind of looking here. I'm like, okay, you don't have a pink yet. And then green. No, I did green already on this row. So I'm trying to make sure this way they're not repeating and this way they're not repeating, basically. Okay. Now if you have like monthly stickers, you can just slap those down. If you have a sticker that says future log, you can put that at the top. But I am still not doing that. So let me use this. I think I want the blue. I'm gonna write future log at the top. And a couple hearts. Because I like hearts. Really, no other reason. It's an easy way to make the page cute very fast. Okay, so now I'm going to outline the letters and use my Tombow Fudonesque hard tip to write in the months. And there are 12 here. So since it's already February, I'm not going to start with January because that seems like a waste of space. And I also don't have much going on for this month, so I'm going to start it as March so that I can make it a true future log going into some of 2027. Okie dokie. It is Super Bowl Sunday, y'all. I am so happy to be spending time with my family today. We have family traditions. My hubby makes chili, and then we watch the game together till about halftime. Then me and Emma give up, and then we go to bed. And then my hubby finishes the game, but it's just like a very chill family day for us. Okay, so I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna go across March, April, June, July, like that. And I'm only gonna do the first 3 letters, not the full name. Exception June and July, because I don't like if there's only one more letter left, it just looks like I left it off rather than an abbreviation. I don't like that. Okay. Okay, I don't want to smudge it, so yeah, it's already dry. I really do hope that Hemlock and Oak will make some A6 versions with their new paper in a daily. That would make my life for next year with a hardcover. I would love that. Or they have paper covers too, and cloth covers that are flexible. August, September. Okay, what am I doing with my life? Oh no, I messed up the O. Okay, it's because of this. It's because of this. I trusted you back there. In fact, let's take it out while we do setup. Like a regular person. Okay. November. Don't mind my hubby burping if you hear him in the background. Everyone's got to have one flaw, and that's his. He burps a lot, you guys. Oh. Other than that, he's the best man on earth. Okay. Okay. Why do I keep saying okay? say okay a lot instead of and then I have to edit it out. Very annoying. We are going to do some dots now. Just gray because, as I said, if I do colors, they mean stuff to me. So I don't want to do colors. But I'm going to do 4 dots in each box where I can write down important events. I'll also have these on my monthly view, but this is just a good yearly overview where if I'm at like a planner meetup here in Texas, we are so lucky. We have Texas Planner Babes group, and there are always lots of meetups going on at the different larger cities in Texas. And so sometimes I might be at one of the Houston meetings and they might say, oh, you know, coming up in July, we're going to have this beach event, a beach themed event. I might like write that down there and then just as an option. And then on my monthly will be more like my actual attendance. But this is a way that I could see my year at a glance. Yay, I love this. Okay, next, my 365 days checkoff sheet. This is one of my favorite pages in the whole planner. If you notice, every 10 days is a diamond. So it makes it easy for you to be like, yay, I've already done 100. So every 100 is a star and every 10 days is a diamond. I am going to use this as something that Joshie Curran does, which is keep the streak alive. I am going to have a streak of my steps, 5,000 or more, and 2. So this is 2 things I have to do every day to keep my streak alive. 2, no eating past 8 p.m. Because what I do right now is I go downstairs every night around 11 or midnight and literally eat out the kitchen. And it is throwing off my goals so bad. If I only cut out that habit, in addition to doing my steps every day, I would start to lose weight. So we're doing that. This is a really fun page looking back at the year. So gifts, I use that for what it is. I don't use these pages. I'll do like Pinterest back there sometimes. This is really cute. Just Memories 2026. This is so cute. I think I'll use this just for what it is. And my 100. This is my to be read. Well, actually, it's like the books I did read. My goal of reading is only going to be 40 though. So I think I'm going to do something on this page and something different on this page. So, because I don't really need like 100 of anything. So yeah, I would rather do like, these are the books that I read. I don't like to use the digital ones like Goodreads and stuff. So yeah, my goal for the year is 40. If I make it to 50, that'll be like a stretch goal. 1 a week is a lot because sometimes I choose very long books and sometimes I get reading fatigue because I read a lot for my job, different proposals, contracts, copy editing, and writing, and sometimes I just get fatigue with reading. So that's why one of my habits every day is reading, because to be able to read as many books as I want to, I need to have a habit of reading every day, even if it is a little bit hard for me sometimes. I'm going to think on it of what I want the second thing to be. Maybe gratitude. Or like, I think I actually want it to be books over here and answered prayers over here. Sometimes, you know, I'll journal about my answered prayers, but then over time I kind of just lose the individual ones. And I think it would be really sweet to like see them accumulating. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do books on this side. Let's use this green. So these are books that I have actually read, not just TBR. I think I'll keep my TBR in wherever it went. The blue list book. And see. Okay, then I'll put answered right here. I love that. I've never done anything like that before. This one we're gonna outline it. Also in this planner, I'm not gonna have as many doodles. It is gonna be more toward functional planning. Not to say any planning that's decorative isn't functional. That's not what I mean. But I just want my focus this year to be less on content creation or growing social media or anything like that, and put the focus back on my hobbies, which are reading, my faith, and my health. So to be able to do that, I need to create more time, and decorating my planner, it is so fun for me, so I don't mind the time that it takes up, but it's taking up valuable time. I really love these favorites pages, and it's really cool that there are so many of them. So I will definitely be using these. Graph paper, I don't really use this. These would be a good like year in pixels pages though. Timetable, I like to use this for like a perfect day type of thing, but this seems more set up for like a student or a teacher, with like these seem like class periods to me. So what I like to do instead is put like 8 a.m., 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then create like a cleaning schedule for the week, or like, you know, I like that there's 2. I like to also sometimes use it as when school is in session, the things that I do and the time I do it, and then in the summer, because it's a different routine for our family. There are lots of grids pages. I don't know, I don't want to say lots, but let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and a half. So if you count front and back, there's 17 pages that can be used for things. So yeah, maybe I could make my TBR list or something back here. I also like to like make little short-term monthly challenges for myself sometimes. I really like the gamify your life thing that Joshi Curran often talks about as well. As you can tell, she's one of my favorite creators these days. And so I would also love to hear your ideas for these pages. Another one that I like to create that a lot of people do is the when is the last time I, so you can put stuff like went to the dentist, did a checkup, you know, ordered my meds refill or whatever it is, and that's very helpful. So I probably will do that. I also love how Hobonichi has the colors on the page. That is something that a lot of people dislike, which is why I think they started purchasing from Hemlock and Oak or Sterling Ink or whoever, or Estelle, because they're fully grayscale, but I actually really love the colors. Another tip for you is under the moon, the number correlates with the days on the 365 days. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't do my walk for like a week, what day am I on now? You just go by this. So December 7th is day 341 of the year, kind of like they number the weeks on the monthly view. They number the days on the daily view, which is so cool. So right here you can see where it says W09, that's week 9 of the year, week 10 of the year, in case you have helpful use cases for those. And so let's set up my habits for February. What I would like to do is only have 5. And I kind of want to like highlight them different colors so that I stay in line, and yeah, maybe a different color for every month, but I like to do like an alternating highlight so that I know where I'm writing. So let's do number 800. This is a really, really light pink. Okay, so I think I know their habits. I'm not going to write habits. Okay, I'm better at making vertical lines. You could also use a ruler. Like, I don't want it to be anything crazy, you know? Very faint. I'm sorry for the squeaks. Let's see how light they are. Okay, and then that would be my 4th habit, and then 5th habit. Now you could make more if you want. I kind of want to discourage you guys from doing that. When you make more than 5 habits for yourself that have to be done every day, you're not leaving a lot of space for life or for fun, or for something to pop up that absolutely needs your attention on a day. And so I would really encourage you to drill down and only do 5 habits a day, your most important ones. Okay, so I think on these pages I want a consistent pen, and this is the one that I don't know, I can remember. Like, I don't think I'll remember if I use a certain pen and ink combo, or if I use like a certain matchy Le Pen. I doubt I will remember that I did that. Ooh, I know what I can do. My Pilot Coletto. I absolutely love that pen. And I want to start using it more again, in addition to my fountain pens. So they have 2 sizes. This is with the 4 colors, and this is with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors. This is a lot bigger for only 1 more ink cartridge. Anyway, you can change out these colors, and they make inserts for the pen. So yeah, let's use this black. And this is a 0.4. And I get these at Kinokuniya, but you can get them on Amazon as well. Okay, so my first habit is my steps. There's 4 boxes, so I'm gonna make everything in 4 letters or abbreviation. Okay, step. My next most important habit that I have to do every single day is meds. Of course I have to work, but I'm not gonna write work. I mean, you know, that's just a waste of space. Obviously, I'm gonna go to work. Oh, read. I also like to do 1 chore in the house a day, but I'm just going to put that as tidy. And then my last habit needs to be my meals. Okay, so then every day I will come in here and put a check when I do a thing. If it's blank, I didn't do it. I don't like to see a lot of X's. I want to see where I did well. And if I see a gap, I know I didn't do well. Okay, let's do this again for March, but let's use, I have a really, really light gray. I feel like I lost it. No, here it is. In 89. I'm not gonna go past March, but you guys get the idea, don't you? I also wanted to start using this space in this way. That way when I go to the doctor's office, I don't have to have a separate health planner, and I can be like, yeah, I ate really well most of this month. Or, oops, I ate really poorly this month. That's probably why my cholesterol is high. You guys, my doctor says I have to work on my cholesterol and my blood pressure. Reading, that's why I like to be an informed citizen, but I can't read the news that much right now. because my blood pressure will go through the roof real quick. But I don't want to be on meds for my blood pressure, so I really need to work on my activity level. I have also really noticed that I haven't felt as fatigued ever since I have been working on my activity level again. But maybe I also feel more able because I'm not having a flare-up. Like, I don't really know. Well, I do have a doctor appointment on the 6th for a nail biopsy, but if my nails are not flaring up, they can't do it, so I might have to push it again. I hope they're not. I hope that, because it does reduce inflammation in your body and help if you do have any psoriasis, if you're active and if you eat less sugar and stuff, so maybe I can manage it that way. Okay, so there we have it, my beautiful habits page. Next, let's set up the monthly page. I am going to use this in just a typical monthly fashion, you guys. So what I usually do is I repeat my color coding and I dot it on the date. I also use the green for when there is a bill due that I need to pay directly. Usually I give my hubby the money and then he pays the bills or does the taxes or whatever. And so there's only a couple that like I have to remember. Well, there's only one that's on the last day of the month that I have to remember to pay directly. Oh yeah. Okay, and then what we are gonna do is, like I said, I don't want to have a whole bunch of deco in this planner. I don't want to have any themes or anything, so I'm literally not even gonna write the month on here. I'm just gonna have a big checklist going down the side with, let's use purple. Just purple doesn't mean anything. I'm going to put a dot every third, so I'm keeping 2 boxes in between each. Okay, that is going to be a brain dump area for when I'm busy working, because I'm not on the go that much. I don't want to really use that term, on the go, because I'm not on the go that much. I'm usually at home, but I'll be in like a meeting and then I might think of something like, oh crap, I need to remember to order a gift for so-and-so's birthday, or make my swaps for that event or whatever. And I need a quick place to write it down that's not on the daily view. So if it goes with this month, I'll write it here. And then when I make my days, I refer to my month to see my events, my paydays and all of that, and these, and I see if I need to do any of these on a certain day, and then I write it there. So that's kind of how I go. Every day I have the top 3 tasks that I write down the evening before. So like for tomorrow, I will go ahead and set up my day with my top 3 tasks, and they're usually not habits. Sometimes they are if it's a new habit so that I won't forget it, but most of the time it's an event or something that I need to do to prepare for an event, or something that doesn't come up every day. Like, hey, it's payday, you got a budget. Or hey, yesterday was payday. Today you should make a grocery list, and then the next day you should order the groceries, and the next day you should pick up the groceries. Well, that's how I do things. Y'all might condense yours more. Anyway, let me write to do with my, actually I will write February. Why not? Okay. I'm sorry, you guys. If you miss the doodles and stuff, I'm sorry. I kind of miss them too, but I have to save myself from myself sometimes because I haven't been getting any of these habits done consistently, and it's really affecting my mental health, my physical health, and I can't just sit here and, plan and doodle my life away. That would be amazing if I could do that, but I cannot do that. At the bottom, I'm going to make a very quick gingham border. Checkered border. Won't be very quick, but Okay, I'll continue that off camera, but that's going to be basically the only thing going on the page. Where I have something to write in, like when I have an event to go to. Like on the 1st, I went to Katie's party. And what I'll do is go like that. And then write Katie's party. Ooh, Valentine's. Okay, Friday. Emma has no school, that's why there's the blue dot. We are going to Saltgrass to have dinner. We were going to go to the movies, which we don't do very often at all. But it really wasn't anything that we wanted to spend $100 on a movie on for family of 3. So we decided not to. And we don't want to go out on the actual 14th because it will be so busy. That's just crazy. As a former restaurant manager, I can't bring myself to go out on the actual day. Because I know what's happening behind the scenes. Okay. So another example, if this day is payday, then this day is budget day. So I'll just write budget here. And then I need to remember to pay my bill on this day. So I'll do that. This day we went to Katie Asian Town. We had so much fun. It's my favorite place in Houston. And then, oh, besides Memorial City area, I really like that area as well. And also like the Woodlands Mall Waterway area. Okay, and then today is Super Bowl. So we have some family stuff happening. If anything else comes up, I'll do it in the same way. And yeah. And then as far as writing it in, I didn't really love, I don't know, I didn't hate it either, but I don't want to do this again. I want to use a purple Le Pen that's kind of a similar color. They don't have color names. So let me make sure. I love this little squirrel notebook. There we go. Just for like quick scratch. Okay, Super Bowl. We are homebodies, so yeah, no big parties or anything for us. When I was younger, I guess, my 20s or maybe early 30s, I went to Super Bowl parties sometimes, but not often. Okay, this one needs to be budget, so I'm gonna have to write smaller. Okay. When we moved, I got a personal loan to help cover some expenses. Life. Okay. Over here is the place where is like, you know, more of the brain dump area. So this month I've been using this ink. I might keep doing this because that's fun. And I want to get a lot more Ferris Wheel Press shimmer ink. So this is my first shimmer ink from them, and it's called Queen Alum, or don't let me tell you guys are wrong. It is called, yeah, ooh, I got it, Queen Allium. And it is purple with gold shimmer. Mainly you see the shimmer, and it is so fun to write with. So some of the things that I would put like on the side here in relation to these events are like, don't forget about the salad, because that's what I took to Katie's party, and also swaps. And then for Valentine's Day, order the gift, which I already did. I'm very proud of myself. And then I also ordered my new desk. So I'll just put desk and then submit receipts. We have a lifestyle account at my work, and I already submitted my desk receipt, and that was approved. And then I need to submit our phone bill receipt. And what else? Valentine's Day. I don't know. I was gonna say like buy something new to wear, but no. Oh, I'll put I dyed my hair, but that was in January, so let me not put that here. Okay, that's all I can think of for now. If anything else comes into my mind that I absolutely have to do this month, I'll write it there so that I have a to-do list for the month, not only a list of the actual events. And then I'll finish coloring that in off camera. Then let's set up a day together. Let's just do yesterday and today. The way that I plan to set this up, as I said, every day I have a top 3 that I set up the night prior so that the next day it's already completed. And so what I'm gonna do is put my top 3 up here, coloring these little boxes. And then I'm gonna make kind of like a drop shadow type look using this lip pen marker. Okay, and then the next thing that I do is, this is gonna be a list of to-dos. This is not gonna be a timeline. So just put a dot over each one. And then at the bottom, I like to have a place to denote how many steps I did. It's probably way too big, but okay. Then over here will be some journaling. I'm using color 800 again to highlight every other line. It's very, very light, but I can see it. And I like it. Okay. And I write pretty small, so I have some room for doodles on the day if I like really want one, or maybe just one doodle a day, like up here. And so I think I'll draw a little coffee cup. Those themes were stressing me out, guys. I liked it and it looked cool, but I don't know, it's just stressing me out. Okay. Ooh, I'm so excited. Mark from Once More with Love is going to do a doodle workshop at Little Craft Fest, and I am going to sign up. Oh, yes. Last year I didn't do any workshops. This year I want to, so. Okay, I don't think that's the right color, is it? Oh, it was 451. We're gonna do the ice and like the background of the cup. And then since I've got purple going on the page, we're not going to do purple for the whole month. This is just an example. Since I have purple going on the page, I'll just go with purple. And 942, so super light brown for the coffee. Okay, and then I do think I want to hand letter the day of the week on each page, so I think I'll do it here. Then, so you can just see, this just doesn't take me as long to set up. I don't know. I don't know that y'all really knew how time consuming it was for me before, but it would take me a very long time. Okay, here I'm gonna do a line, and I think here I'm gonna draw like a little shoe. Don't laugh at me. I'm terrible at drawing a shoe, but you get the idea. That's how many steps I'm doing. And then a bunny, is it a shoe? Who knows? Okay. So in this example from yesterday, let's use our fun ink that I am using. I'm kind of either using that one, I have a pink Pilot ink in this one, and I have a darker purple Sailor in this one, or I just have a regular gray in this one. But let's use the shimmer ink again. So on the top three, yesterday, since it was the weekend, I didn't really have, you know, a lot, but I did want to finish my office decor, and I did that. So, or revamp, refresh, whatever you want to call it. I did that, and then my steps between going out with the family and moving around all the furniture in my office. I call that good and done. My last thing was to sign up for Weight Watchers again and start tracking. And I did that. Okay. And then my other to-dos for the day, besides my habits. So sometimes if there's not a lot going on, I might rewrite my habits, or I might repurpose some of these into gratitude. So for yesterday, since there wasn't a lot going on, I am going to repurpose some of these into gratitude dots. Like that. Okay, steps. 5,000. And okay, so this here was like, today we're gonna have family day. We went to Kinokuniya. I ordered my A6. And then I'll write my gratitude there, my journaling there, and that's it. So let's do a future plan now for Monday. Let's use some different colors, shall we? I want to do different colors every day. Let's use some blues. I really love this blue right now. And then this is my other favorite, 451. So let's use those. And let's see. I'm pretty sure that goes with that. And then this one can go with that. I feel like I need to just pick one of these, not both. So let's just go with that and do the turquoise another day. So, okay, my top three for tomorrow. And then the 6 o'clock hour, I'm going to hand letter the day. And I love doing a monoline drop shadow type look. Could I do a different font every day and like all that stuff? Yeah, but like I said, takes too much time, decision fatigue, and I'm not doing it. So yeah. Okay. This blue that I have for the dots is called Denim. K. I'll stop saying K one of these days, I swear. That's for my steps. And maybe I'll put a stamp instead. This little bunny guy. Maybe I should get a shoe stamp, but I only like the pre-ink stamps. So if you guys have a good place for me to purchase pre-inked black with black stamps, let me know. Because I don't want to get into buying a bunch of stamp inks. Okay, now I'm going to use the light gray, the N95, for my journaling lines. I just like to have something super light. I don't have great handwriting and I don't want to take too much time on these pages. So writing on every other line on these lines just helps a lot for me. Let's just draw a little cloud doodle for tomorrow. And we'll put a little bow on her head. Da 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 da. Yay. Get myself something cute to look at. But as you can see, I'm not doing like all the washies and all of the borders and having a huge page to fill out. Like, that's just too much for me personally to keep up with. My top 3 of the day tomorrow. Okay, since we're using blue, I'm gonna use this. I forgot the name of this blue, just forgive me, but it is a Dominant Industry sample that Living the Journal Life, Rachel, sent to me, and oh, she is so sweet. Okay, so I need to remember to fast starting at 8 p.m. So 12 hours of fasting every day, nothing crazy. And then I need to remember tomorrow to submit the phone receipt. Hubby already gave it to me. I can't do that every month. That would be amazing. We have a $1,200 cap on our lifestyle account, so. But I can't do it this month, so that is helpful to covering our festivities from yesterday. And then I'm trying to think what else I really need to make sure I do tomorrow. Well, I'm already going to edit and upload today, I think. Oh, tomorrow is clean kitchen. Okay. Oh, this is so fun. I love that I'm just doing every page, different color, different drawing, whatever floats my boat. It just takes so much pressure off of me. I know it shouldn't feel like pressure to keep up with a monthly theme, but for me, it does. Okay, and then this here will be more of like, in the morning, I'll do a brain dump of whatever's coming into my head, and then at the end of the day, I journal and track my steps. Super easy. I'm gonna do one more here. I think I'll keep the same colors for like a spread like this and not choose other ones. That seems doable. Let's think, what am I gonna draw? My little bunny. Do you guys miss the bunnies? With their little, even though it's hot as blazes here, their little earmuffs. Okay, and oh, what did I use to draw the little scarf? Cute. Okay. You can just see this is so much easier for me because if I am gonna keep up with my habits, I have to take time away from something else. And that means planning and journaling. I could literally just sit here and do this all day, every day. As far as like how I feel about it, you know, but not necessarily a great thing for my health. Let's do a different stamp. Let's do this one that says note. I got these at Little Craft Place. I'm not sure if they still have them, but it's like a little set of 6. Okay, lastly, let's do the journaling lines. And then we'll color the little bunny's ear muffin scarf. Write in my stuff for today, and then I will get off of this camera. Going forward, it'll probably be 1 video a week. Of a weekly reset, and then 1 video a week of actual like tips for how to plan. I really want my channel to be informative and helpful for people, and I think that I don't want these other planners that I've purchased to go to waste, and I think I can use them to give some productivity tips and layout tips and all of that good jazz. Okay, today is Sunday. Sleep in. Yes, please. I did that. And yes, it is on my top 3 because it took up most of my day. I woke up at 1:30 p.m. I had the weirdest dreams. And I don't feel bad about that. The next thing is film and edit. Of course, I'll upload it after that. And then Super Bowl family time. Okay, the next thing's over here. I am going to say, set up my A6, wrap my Valentine's Day present, which came in the Amazon today. I've already done that. Coffee time. Gotta clean my desk after this video. Okay, gotta do my habits. So after this, I am going to go outside and do my walk. And then gotta do some self-care as part of my Sunday reset. And then I'm gonna read my book. Ooh, Sunday night is the Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I've been enjoying that show. And then I'll put the number of steps that I do after I get back from my walk. I hope that y'all have enjoyed this, understand why I am hopping. I don't really like that term, planner hopping, but why I am using a different system for this season, and that you enjoyed just hearing how I use a smaller planner and a daily planner to manage all of the habits and tasks that I have going on. I will say a daily planner might not be the best if the main things you have going on are events. You probably need more of a snapshot in like a vertical weekly. And that's when like the Hobo Cousin or the Hemlock and Oak weekly daily combo or the Hemlock and Oak just vertical or just horizontal might be better for you. I'm gonna have some videos coming up talking about that, and also just some quick acronyms of how to remember what to actually put on your pages and how you can quickly remember when you're doing your weekly planning or weekly reset, I should say, even if it's a daily planner. I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. Again, if you are new here, welcome. And if y'all are still with me after quite a break in content, thank you for sticking around, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.